Hello everyone. Hopefully you're having a good night. I wanted to be on earlier, but unfortunately that did not happen. Things just went kind of unexpected today, but here I am. We are doing free yes nos tonight. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I want to let you know that since we do giveaways once a week, tonight is that night. So if you guys can do me a favor and hit the likes. Once we get to 25, we will be giving away a mini reading tonight. If we don't hit that, then we just won't have a giveaway, but we'll try again later this week. All right. All right, I got 9 people asking questions, so let's make sure that we got 9 likes to match that. All I ask for free yes no answers is that you guys like the live stream. All right, so first up we have Anna. Anna, yes. 3 of Wands. Sophie. Sophie, yes. King of Pentacles. Amy. Amy, I'm getting a no for this one. Shayna J. Yes, 4 of Cups. You might be a little late. But you'll be there. Congratulations, by the way. All right, Beverly. Beverly, I am getting a yes. King of Pentacles. Hello, I'm getting a maybe. Which way is it leaning? Which way is it leaning? I am getting yes. Overall satisfaction. Yes, hello. Gabriella. Maybe. Which way is it leaning? Gabriella, I'm getting a yes. I feel like luck is on your side and that there is victory here. But there may be some kind of like stalling or issues or something like that that might make things a little complicated. But overall, I feel like it's going to work out. Daisha. Next 5 months. I have a yes, Knight of Cups for Daisha. Hey, IJ, welcome in. You're welcome, friends. What the heck are they doing? You're welcome, Beverly. You're welcome, Gabriella. Please make sure you guys are liking the live stream. Once we hit 25 likes, we'll be doing a giveaway. I like to get those taken care of and select a winner by the time that the free list is over. So if you're waiting on your question to be answered, please make sure you've taken the chance to like the live stream. You're welcome, Daisha. I have 15 people asking for me to answer yes, no question, and I don't have 15 likes, guys. It's literally all I ask of you. I would love to do a giveaway tonight. All right, this is for Positive Bear. There will be wealth, Positive Bear. I don't know if this person is coming into your life wealthy, but I think that you guys will have a wealthy future together. Helena. Helena, yes, the Emperor and Queen of Wands. You're welcome, Positive Bear. This is for Sienna. I have maybe Sienna. I have the Six of Swords, and then I have the Five of Wands. So I think this person's very much focused on their current relationship with you. They might be feeling like they're being sincere, but I wouldn't sit here and wait around for them. Yes, the Empress, IJ. Gina. Eight of Cups. I'm getting a no. You could try, but I'm getting a no. Galilea. Galilea. Are you the ex-wife? Are you asking me because you're the ex-wife? I don't do third-party questions, so if you're not the ex-wife, you'll have to rephrase your question. Char. Yes, Three of Wands, Char. You're welcome. Hey, SB, welcome in. I got your donation. You're welcome, Sienna. You're welcome, IJ. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. I appreciate it. Once we get 5 more likes, we'll be doing a giveaway, okay? All right. Galilea, did you respond yet? Cecily, okay, you want to rephrase? Got it. All right, this is for Haley. Haley, yes, I have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. I think along the current trajectory that you're on right now, it's looking like just one. Official, Bria Chantel. I'm getting a yes for you. I have the Page of Cups and Justice. Cicely. Yes, Justice. Pisces. Galilea, you have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to answer my question before the list closes. Pisces chick, I have a no. I have the 9 of Swords for yours. Hey sisters, welcome in. Make sure you guys are liking. We're going to be doing a giveaway very soon. Make sure you don't leave as well, because once we hit 25 likes, we'll be adding people to the list for the giveaway, but you have to be here to be a part of it. Sisters, it's looking like with this energy, no. I have the Hanged Man in reverse. It seems like there's some type of like discontentment that's you have going on in September. Maybe you need to like, I don't know, find ways to be more inspired, or maybe it's just not anything crazy is going to happen. Maybe it's just pretty normal month for you. Ashley, I have a no. 3 of Swords. Northern, did you post your question? I don't see your question, Northern. Oh, here we go. All right, this is for Northern. Northern, is this a third-party question, or are you one of these people that you're asking about? I don't do third-party questions, guys. I don't know why that's happening so much tonight. Okay, so I don't do third-party questions. I don't like spy on other people or other couples. Gotcha. Yeah, that's not a type of question that I answer. Thank you for being honest. If you have a different question you want to ask, that's fine, but I don't do that over here. It just doesn't feel right to me to like do that. If you're asking a third party question and it pertains to you, like in a love connection, for example, you're trying to make a decision between staying with your boyfriend or not, and you want to know if he's having relations with someone else, I'll answer that question because that helps you. Yeah, you can ask one for yourself. Like if there's something different you want to ask, that's fine. Northern Lights, post your question for me real quick. Thank you guys for keeping up with that. I appreciate it. Let me answer this question real quick for Northern and then we'll do a giveaway. Anybody that's in here right now, don't go anywhere. We're about to announce a winner. Northern Light, I have yes. I have the Six of Wands, which is success or victory, or you getting what you want. It came out with the Two of Wands, though, so it makes me wonder if someone's moving. Someone in this situation is moving away or moving out. But I have a yes. All right. If you guys want to be a part of the giveaway, anybody can be a part of it. There's no like qualifications. If you want to be a part of it, drop an orange heart in the chat for me, please. You're welcome, Northern. All right, orange hearts, everyone. First up, we have Amy. And then Shayna J. I have James. Sienna. IJ. Beverly, do you not have access to the orange heart? I'm just going to add you. All right. Rocky's World. It's okay. No worries. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. You guys should see your name on the list. If you don't, let me know. We're going to give it to like 1 more minute to add names to the list and then we'll select a winner. So just really quickly for those that are in here, if you want to be a part of the giveaway tonight, I'm doing a free mini reading giveaway because we hit 25 likes on the live stream. I offer these once a week. If you want to be a part of it, just to see if you might be able to win, drop an orange heart in the chat. It's about to close. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. We're going to go ahead and select a winner now. Good luck, everyone. Northern Light, you're the winner. It was so close to Beverly too. You can see it's like right there on the line basically. But Northern Light, you're the winner. Congratulations. So the way that this works is I add you to the list, Northern, and you have to be here for your turn. If you leave the chat and you miss your turn, then you forfeit your free reading. So make sure that you stick around. You have to be present to get this, okay? Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. You gotta be here. Don't go away. You're welcome. All right. Otherwise, all free list options are closed for the night. Donations are open. Amy said I had a feeling Northern Light was going to win. Congratulations. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. Beverly was so close. Okay, perfect. All right, let's update the list really quickly. First out is James. James, you want your channeled message first, per usual. We have 2 pre-orders on the list, but anyone else who's not a pre-order, if you want to skip the line, you can. It's $5 to do so. It is not necessary. If you don't mind waiting, then that's great. If you can't wait, leave your question with me, and then you can leave. That's for everyone that's donated. That does not apply to the winner. The winner has to stay in the room. All right, James, got you. Let's do your channeling real quick. All right, guys, so I'm going to work on a channeled message. Most of you who have been here before know this is what I'm known for. I take about 5 to 10 minutes to channel, which means you're not going to really hear from me, but I am monitoring the chat if you have any questions for me. If Amy's still around, she might be able to answer some questions for you as well. All right, so working on your channel message, James. James, the anniversary of her father's passing, that is like now. Is that happening currently? I have heavy grief here in her emotions, so I'm trying to figure this out. The 29th. Okay, gotcha. So it would make sense that's happening right now. Okay, I think she's, yeah. All right, got it. So James, I'm not sure if you like wished her well, or said you were like thinking of her. I don't know if you ever went through with that, but I feel like for her, the Six of Pentacles is here, so that kind of talks about like receiving, noticing, receiving, or having some kind of exchange. And I specifically am getting this card in terms of like your connection with her as I'm channeling. So I don't know if you guys have talked or not. I don't know if you haven't. I don't know what this could mean. Oh, you did. Okay, got it. All right. So yeah, that's being acknowledged here, and I feel like she's highlighting it as something important to her. She's not putting it into words because I feel like she's more so wanting to share with you like her feelings. She's not saying so much about you, but I don't want you to think that that wasn't appreciated. She's more so just like in her own like world with this. All right, so let's see. You told her you were thinking about her and hoped she was doing well, and center your strength. She replied with all the exchange. Oh yeah, she appreciated that for sure. Six of Pentacles is kind of like a good exchange, feeling like generosity was bestowed upon you. Like you received something well, a gift or a thought or something in kind, basically. So she's grateful and she valued it. Let's see. All right, let me get this sent over to ya. All right, so James, she says, I'm having a hard day today. I don't know what it is. It's just all of a sudden hit me. I thought I was doing okay. I actually surprised myself at how well I thought I was holding things together. I was actually anticipating the worst, but maybe it's just sinking in harder today. I'm feeling super emotional and sensitive, like things that shouldn't be are hurting my feelings. I just feel like the floodgates opened and I'm feeling unblocked emotionally. I'm trying to keep my composure. No one would know I was having a hard time. I've been trying to hide it. Just a lot of stuff has surfaced. I feel heavy and it's almost like I'm having to relive some stuff that I wanted to lock away forever. I'm feeling mixed emotions, grief, shame, and an open wound, whatever the opposite of closure is. So I think with that, she was like super happy that she was holding things together, I guess. And I think she's like, okay, this isn't so bad. I'm going to be okay. And then I don't know if it was like the anticipation, kind of like she like overestimated her anticipation or something. But I think it's almost like that day was not good, but I almost feel like it's hitting her worse like after the fact. Like I don't think this has been a good weekend for her, basically. So let's do a love option 2 for you. Hey Brianna, welcome in. Our free list options are closed for the night. If you would like that question answered, it's $5 to do so. You can definitely try again this week. You should see me over the next couple of days leading up to Thursday if you want to try again. I do free yes nos at the beginning of every live stream for the first 15 minutes, okay? Yeah, Brianna, it closed at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, EST. It's 11:39 on the East Coast right now. We don't have any blocks right now, James. I do have a broken heart I have here. But I don't necessarily have any blocks for your connection at this time. Oh yeah, CST, that makes sense. Yeah, I noticed that when I posted the time, I had to make sure that I put the time zone because everyone's different. Sorry about that. James, she's currently in the energy and the intention of like planning for the future right now. Like she might be making tangible plans or well, actually, I take that back. It's not tangible plans because it's not the 3 of wands, it's the 2 of wands. So I feel like she's kind of like dreaming, daydreaming, fantasizing about the moves that she wants to make. So this could have anything to do with like what she wants her life to look like a year from now. This could talk about health habits. This could talk about, oh, I want to get another dog. Where do I want to live? Do I want to start another business? Or do I want to start out like a spin-off of what I'm currently doing right now? A personal aesthetic overhaul. This could talk about like just generally lifestyle stuff. And I think that she's in like a dreamy fantasy mindset. I don't think that she's healing very well in the atmosphere that she's currently in. Um, and I think that she knows that. And I think that she needs to get out of where she's at right now. And that's easier said than done, I'm very sure. But she's almost feeling stuck. And I think that she needs a change of pace, a change of atmosphere. I think that, I think she's still living with her mom, still intends to live with her for a little while. That seems like a codependent relationship. And it doesn't seem like it's the best place for her. It's comfortable, it's familiar, but I don't think that there's a lot of healing that can be done here because there's too many distractions that keep her attention off of herself and what she like needs to be doing because she's like always being an assistant or assisting her mom or her family or whatever. She feels very like overwhelmed right now. I know that in the channel message I said she feels very heavy, and I think that she feels heavy in all areas of her life. I think that includes you. She's presenting as the like 10 of wands, is feeling overloaded, overburdened. Um, I think she's trying to be cordial, she's trying to be kind, but I think that she doesn't have a lot of herself to give. And I think that when it comes to you, she's trying to stay optimistic. I think that she does hope that you guys will get through whatever's going on between you guys. But she is presenting to the connection as like being very reserved. Um, being, I don't like this word secretive because I'm not saying secretive in terms of like something bad, but just private. Like she's being very private, very reserved. Um, kind of like, keeping her thoughts and feelings close to chest. Um, I do have as the overall energy around your connection is friendship. So I don't know. Maybe she's hoping that you guys can get back to a place where things aren't weird between the two of you. So that's what I've got for the love two, James. Let me know what your BOGO is, and then we'll be all done. All right, what's our purpose together, and what does Spirit want me to know about our relationship together? All right, what's the purpose together? So I have the Strength card, okay? I think that you're meant to feel a very strong bond with one another. I think that it's catapulting a lot of lessons that you have to learn in this life. And I think that you hopefully would also agree with that. And the phrase on the Strength card is strength begins with a choice to be kind to myself. So I think part of the lesson is that for her, she has to learn to love herself the way you unconditionally love her. And I think that you have to give back to yourself, like love yourself as much as you love her, if that makes sense. I think that you're definitely here to trigger one another. You're here to teach each other lessons. I think there's multiple reasons that you're in one another's life. We have the Seven of Cups indicating it's not just one thing. I think you're here to teach one another free will. I think you're here to show one another that life can be better if you really want it. Life can be better together if that's something that you want. You have spiritual transformations here with the Death card. So there's a lot of evolvement and karma being balanced within this connection. This card talks about liberation, purging, stripping away worthless matter. So through this connection, seeing what's no longer serving you and what's something that you should, walk away from. I think that if you got what you wanted with her right away, or if she got what she wanted with you right away, or what have you. I feel like if it was too easy, then you guys wouldn't learn the things that you need to learn with one another. Because why would you need to? Because you already have each other. So I think that she's also here to show you your worth, which is kind of crazy because you think that that wouldn't make sense or that would be counterintuitive. But I think that through this connection, she's actually, by not like entertaining a romantic relationship immediately, she is having you like stand your ground and teaching you your boundaries. And in turn is teaching you your own self-worth. I had a connection like that before my husband where I had to learn to not be so insecure and set my boundaries, and this person was never giving me anything that I wanted. And I'm not saying that you're going to end up with someone else. I'm just trying to compare the experience, and I think that I finally was like, you know what, enough is enough. And I said, screw this, and I don't need this. And I got a backbone, and I got more secure within myself, and I started focusing inward, and it made me a better person. It made me more whole, and it's through the work that I did and through the lack of that person giving me what I wanted really showed me what it is I wanted and what it is that I deserved. So I think that you're learning a lot through one another. I think too, something that you should look into, James, is like past life connection. I think you should go to someone like that does numerology and past life analysis, because I think there is karma here that needs to be balanced, as I mentioned before. And I think it would give you a lot of insight as to what you need to work on in this life. If you want me to, I can refer you to someone who I think she does an amazing job. It takes a while to get her reading results back, so you want to do it sooner than later, but um, it might bring some insight in terms of your connection, like how you know each other and things like that, and what did you come to this life to learn from each other. How can you help your communication? How can you help your connection grow? That kind of thing. But the reason I'm saying that is because I have the Ten of Pentacles, and I think it's important that you guys were family in a past life. And I think that it's kind of guiding me to make that suggestion. It could also mean as well that the Ten of Pentacles is here, indicating that you guys are never apart. You guys are always together. The Ten of Pentacles is like long-term, longevity, things that last a long time, meaning that you guys are always connected through time, through space, through distance, through whatever, even communication or non-communication, that you guys are always connected and that you'll always be connected to one another. It can also indicate too that, ultimately your highest good is that you guys end up in a relationship together, that you have a family together. But the devil is here, so that's basically saying, as long as we free ourselves from the things that bind, as long as we strip away the worthless matter, as long as we balance ourselves and balance ourselves within this connection. I think there's a lot going on here. And I think she's teaching you how to use your voice. I think she's teaching you... Yeah, you'd love to? Okay, yeah, I'll send you her info. I've actually sent it to IJ too. I think she's teaching you how to like stand up for yourself. So boundaries is like a huge thing here. Helping you find your voice. All right, I'm actually going to send that to you right now really quickly. Give me just a second. All right, so I'm sending you right now her Instagram, and then I'm also sending you her website. And if you go to her compatibility readings, it says she does your partner's karmic debt and how it influences their life, and your karmic debt and how it influences your life. The purpose of your connection, the key points of the relationship, and how they affect it overall. She adds in tarot and oracle. She talks about Patty's archetype, their strengths and weaknesses, so on and so forth. So there's like a lot here. And then if you just want to look into specifically numerology, she can do like in-depth readings there as well. So there's a lot. She offers quite a bit there. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know about your relationship together? IJ, if you're ready, you can post your question. What's your purpose together? No, I already did that. What does Spirit want you to know about your relationship? What does Spirit want you to know about the relationship? What do you want James to know about the relationship? Oh, Jesus. Good God. James, I think they want you to take a break from her right now. They want you to they want you to take a break. They're saying 10 of Wands that you're beating a dead horse, that there's insurmountable issues here with her, and that you have to just let fate dictate what's going to happen here. You've gotten this card quite a few times, the 10 of Wands in reverse. And I don't feel like this is you as much anymore, James. You're definitely getting more, what is the word I'm trying to say? More, go with the flow, whatever. But this card says wanting excessive control of other people's lives, wanting the person to do what you want them to do. And I feel and maybe Patty is the same way, but she wants you to do what she wants you to do. And maybe you all are wanting to control each other. Who knows? But it's talking about how there's just I don't know. I almost feel like they're saying, please take a break from this. Northern Light, can you go after IJ? Okay, if you want to go after IJ Northern Light, you can pay $5 to skip the line, but I cannot in good conscience move you up in front of people who have paid for their reading. Shay Dominique, can I ask a question? Our free list options are closed. If you look at the scrolling banner across the bottom of the screen, the only thing we're doing right now are donations. James, I have your question. Thank you, friend. Yeah, they've paid. You're welcome. What do you want him to know about the relationship? They're saying there's a lack of opportunity currently within this connection still. Maybe things seem I don't know, maybe you feel like you're coming out of the red with her a little bit. Maybe it's not great, but you don't necessarily feel like that. I don't know. I don't want to assume. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's almost making me feel like Spirit is saying that while things may be quote unquote okay or quote unquote fine between you guys right now. It's definitely not ideal. It's definitely not where you want it to be. Um, and so they're saying that there's like a lack of opportunity at this time still. Like nothing has really changed, and I think that's important. They want you to know that nothing has really changed here. What do you want him to know? They're saying structure, routine, rational, logical thought processes are going to be a strength for you, are going to work for your benefit. Making balanced judgments, not being too rash is important here. And that's not just for you, that is for her too. Um, Trying to not think emotionally, trying to think more practically, and that's easier said than done, because when you're feeling some type of way, you like want to react emotionally charged, but trying as hard as you can to just think like reasonably. um they are saying intentionally the path is not clear here, one step at a time, that you're just going to have to go with your intuition here. Get through any insecurities or fear that you have surrounding the relationship. Things are not what they seem, which I feel like can be a hopeful message. But I'm almost getting like you guys have like a future off in the distance, but nothing right now. Nothing right now. Very restricted. Like, I hate to say this, James, but you might even have to date someone else before you guys can realize your connection. Before you can, like, you might have to, like, live, like, a whole other experience before you guys can be together. Just think that there's a reason why this is not easy. This is very it almost feels like, you have like external sources that are like controlling this connection. Like you feel like, or it seems like there's like God is keeping you guys apart. Like there's a reason why this isn't easy. There's a reason why this isn't simple. And there's a reason why you guys can't just be together right now. And again, things are not what they seem. So we just have to resign to fate, let it work out the way it's going to. Try not to force anything. And I think James just being open. It doesn't mean that you're giving up. It just means that you're not like holding out entirely for her. And I think that that's hard when you feel such a connection and you feel like you're like, why would I feel this way for this person if we're not supposed to be together? And I get that. I understand that. But sometimes it's not about that. It's about what you learned through the connection. And also, like, keeping in mind that Patty has a choice here, too. So, I don't know. It just makes it harder. I feel like it's not a bad reading, but I also feel like it's not good. I think it's pretty neutral. So James, I'm not sure if you're still in here or not. Maybe you're still listening or catching up. But guys, what I have, I'm gonna move on to IJ. So IJ, now I know who's the energy that came from. My question is, why did I feel what she feels? Oh, you felt what she was feeling? So we have the Ten of Cups here. You're welcome, James. We have the Ten of Cups here, IJ. So that's indicating that there's an alignment of sorts. And what I feel intuitively is that there is like a telepathic connection between the two of you. So whenever you guys, it's like, think of it like a walkie-talkie, is that you guys have found the same channel, maybe by accident. But let's just say there's like 10 million channels on a walkie-talkie, and you guys found the same channel, and now you're communicating on that same frequency. And you can accidentally hit the button and lose the channel, and maybe you won't pick up as much. Maybe you'll just pick up like a word here or there with some interference going on. But I think that in that moment, you guys somehow tapped into the same frequency, and you were able to feel how she was feeling, because the 10 of Cups is like alignment. And the only way I can describe alignment is that you guys are feeling the exact same thing, thinking the exact same thing, vibrating at the same level, the same frequency, emitting that same vibe that almost like only the two of you are on. And the only way to describe that is a walkie-talkie because I can't think of any other way to say that. At 34, it's difficult. I have to go through an entire relationship to get to her. Yeah, I mean, and I don't want you to think that's like all or nothing, you know. James, I don't want you to think that's all or nothing. I'm not saying that's what has to happen, but I'm saying that might be the case. So IJ, you said that's a good analogy. Yeah, so like you guys found the right channel, and maybe you'll find it again, and maybe like now that you know that's where she's at, you might be able to find her again. But really that's it, straightforward. I'm happy to pull more cards on this if like you have a follow-up to this question and specifically, but if that answers your question, then that's what I've got. So you just let me know if there's anything else that you are curious about here as to why you felt her so strongly and felt what she felt in that moment. It's funny too, because like me and my husband will do that sometimes where like I'll say something and like literally he's as I'm saying it, he's like, I literally was thinking that, like at that exact moment. Um or vice versa, where like before I can even get the words out of my mouth, he's saying what I'm saying. And it's funny because it's not like deduction or like process of elimination. Sometimes we'll just randomly have a thought that's like unrelated to anything we were doing, unrelated to anything we were thinking. Like I'll literally just be like, "Oh yeah, I meant to ask you XYZ." And he's like, "That's weird. I was literally just thinking about that too." So it's not like it had anything to do with what we were currently experiencing. So sometimes him and I do that, but not all the time. Like there's sometimes where I don't understand anything he's saying all day long, and I'm like, we're just having an off day. We're just not on the same frequency today. So it happens. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. It was wild. I was just chilling off work and a wave of restlessness came out of nowhere. Yeah, you got to be careful with that, IJ. Because it's like one thing to feel what someone else is feeling, especially if you're like prone to being an empath, but you also don't want to like take on other people's emotions because that can be hard. Because like if you take on their emotion, how do you help them if you're feeling the same way? Follow up, what caused her to think of you at that time? What caused her to think of him at that time? There's something that was happening. So two things. One, she says he would know how to handle this. If I could talk to him, he might have good insight. And also, she thought of you because whatever she was dealing with, you guys have talked about before. So she's saying, I've talked to him about this, so I thought of him. And also, I feel like he would have good advice in the situation. He'd know how to handle this in this situation. Do you know what I mean? So whatever was causing her grief today, was it today? Whatever was causing her grief, it's something that you guys have communicated about before. And she thought of you because she was reminded of the time you guys talked about it. And also because you're really good at like advice and support. And she thought he would know how to handle this, or he would be good at handling something like this. You said it was today. It sounds like she's leaning on your advice a little more. Yeah, that's what that would be a good takeaway. Absolutely. And you're welcome. Earth Angel, all my free list options are closed for the night, friends. If you want that question answered, it'll be $5. IJ, so if that satisfies you in full, then I'm ready for your second question whenever you are. All right. What does she want you to know at this time? I feel like she wants you to know she's a little spicy lately. Like she's a little frisky, a little impulsive, a little sassy, a little like I don't know, energetic. Like right now, I feel like she's generally trying to have like a good sense of humor about like life right now. And I think she's trying to think like more positively. She's like kind of fun, flirty, silly. I don't really know what this energy is, but it's almost like she's trying to be more playful, like in her everyday moments. She's trying to just be optimistic. She's trying to look at the bright side of things. And I think that she understands that it's not normal, nor is it expected or required for someone to be happy go lucky all of the time. That's, to be honest, a little bit weird in my opinion. But if you can try to observe maybe the negative, but also try to think of a positive part of it or a positive aspect of it, you are able to observe that negativity, understand that it is not a great situation or ideal situation, but still keep your frequency up, still be able to vibe high, knowing that while maybe this is a shitty situation and you're not trying to deny that, you can still try to be half glass full with it. And I think that's what she's trying to do. You said laugh my ass off, that tracks. So she's like, I want to trust. I want to have faith. Like if things aren't going well, it doesn't matter. I have faith it's going to all work itself out. If I want to do something and maybe typically I would restrict myself from that, I'm going to allow myself to indulge a little bit more, allow myself to do this or have that. And I feel like she's like it, and I just need to have faith and trust that it's all going to work itself out some way, somehow, because she's saying my circumstances can't change all that much. So I have the opportunity in that moment to either be pissed about it and negative about it and let it get me down, or I can try to look at things with a lighter, happier, optimistic perspective, because it's the circumstances aren't going to change. Why am I going to make myself more miserable by being so negative? Like, at least I can make light of the situation or laugh at the situation or try to have a sense of humor about things, and at least try to like enjoy my life a little bit, because there's certain things that I can't control. And if the circumstances aren't going to change, do I want to be negative or do I want to be happy? And I choose happy. I've been posting more stuff about finding your balance with the curveballs. I've been talking to her about that when we do talk. Yeah, and I feel like it's allowing her to feel more free. She doesn't feel so restricted. We have the 8 of Wands. Things are like moving. Things don't feel blocked. Things don't feel stagnant. I feel almost like when I started doing readings for you in the beginning, IJ, even before things got more consistent like they are now, I feel like I would tap in her energy and she's really letting this stuff get to her. That's how she was. And I think, I don't know if it's over time. I don't know if there's like there has to be some kind of shift for sure. But I feel like instead of letting it take her over and take her under, she's like, nah, like this is what's going to happen. And there's things beyond my control, but I'm going to choose to laugh in the face of it. She's like, I am human. Things are going to get to me, especially if it piles up and it becomes too much. But I'm going to choose to be as positive or as happy as I can be. And I think she's maybe finding her happiness in different places that are unexpected for her. And I feel like she's reanalyzing. What is the word that she said to you? She said to you rethinking. That's the word. She said, you have me rethinking things. She's rethinking what actually is important to her, because for the longest time she thought she wanted this, and now she's like, maybe this is what's going to make me happy. The expression where it's like, oh, you're not rich, like money rich, but you're rich, like emotionally happy and fulfilled. And I think that she's starting to redirect her attention to that, like living a happy life that is more simple and more fulfilling is better than living a stressed out life where you have like status. And yeah, so I think that that's what she wants you to know. That's where she's at, where her head is at these days. She wants a dog. You talked about that too. All you want is for her to be her authentic self, and you tell her that you don't expect her to be a robot. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think she thinks that about you either. You're welcome, IJ. Hope you enjoyed your readings tonight. This is for SB. SB is next on my list. If you are here, please check in with me. After SB, we have Shayna J, and then we have our winner, Northern Lights. Donations are still open if anybody else wants to come through. You're welcome, Northern. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as I can. But I've got a lot of people who come here often and they get big orders. So it can take a little bit of time for me to get through them. Sorry, this is my drink. Hey, sweeter, that sounds good, friend. Northern says, hey, no problem, I appreciate it. Wait for SB, always wondered how come there's so many different types of tarot and decks. You've always wondered that? Well, I think it's because each deck holds a certain type of energy, and I think that certain people are drawn to certain types of decks, and that's why there are some decks that are universal, and then there's some decks that are not. Some like tarot is all the same. Tarot is always like 78 cards. We have the major arcana, the minor arcana. Even if they're called something different, they are technically the same. So like one tarot deck might say 8 of fire, and then another tarot deck will say 8 of wands, and then another deck will say 8 of like staves or something like that, and they're all the same. Like the Empress might be the Empress in one deck, fertility in another, and then feminine goddess in another, but they're all the Empress. So tarot is always the same. It's just the illustration, the feel of the cards, the look of the cards are different. Oracle is just, there's no rhyme or reason. Oracle is just whatever someone felt like doing or making. And I think that when you handle cards and you deal with cards all of the time and you're doing readings all the time, I think that you as a reader can sometimes feel inspired to create your own deck. Like I have many times, and my sister is a graphic designer, and we've talked multiple, even recently, like touch base because we want to start creating our own decks. So I think it's just partly inspiration, partly feeling like something is missing and wanting to see something out there that's more what you're looking for. And yeah, that's what I think. And I have a lot of different decks. I have probably, I don't know, 30 or 40, half tarot, half oracle probably. And they all give me different information. So I feel whenever I'm doing a reading and someone's asking a question every once in a while, I'll feel inspired to use a different deck because I feel like drawn to that deck. I feel like I'm going to get the proper message from it. Some decks only hold positive answers. Some decks hold light and shadow. Yeah, they're just all different. All right, so it doesn't look like SB is here. We're going to have to come back to her. After SB, we have Shayna J. Shayna J, if you're here, please check in with me. Oh, SB, hey friend. You made it just in time. Sweeter than a rice cake, I got your donation. Oh, thanks, Northern Light. It's definitely something that's on the back burner right now, but I know that it's going to come to fruition at some point. We just have to get together and get really, like, specific with it. Yeah. Yeah, so SB, whenever you're ready, just get your stuff together for me and I'll get started on yours in just a second. All right. I wanted to ask if I will be accomplishing my goals. I wanted to get really fit and dive into these hobbies I have in mind for the new year. Ooh, that's a great question. All right, let's see. All right, my Virgo queen, I think you got to get real specific with your plannings, okay? You're just like my sister. So if it's not counted, it doesn't count. And what I mean by that is you have to get yourself some type of tracker, some type of like, I don't know, like a Fitbit, and hopefully you have an Apple Watch. That might be more convenient. But basically, like, you need to be tracking your calories that you burn each day through some type of monitoring system, and like very much getting as specific as you possibly can with this plan, because you want to be organized. That's going to be the best way that you're going to be able to handle this. I also want to put you on to a couple of things if you're not aware. um you definitely read to monitor it. Definitely read to monitor it. I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, as because you're a Virgo, right? Isn't that what you told me? As a Virgo, you guys have to have structured. Like my sister will literally be like, I gotta run upstairs real quick, and then she'll realize that her watch is like on the counter. She's like, oh wait, gotta grab my watch. They gotta make these steps count. Like that's how she is. Like she wants to track every single thing. Everything's got to be super precise and super organized, and you're going to feel so rewarded because of that, because Virgos need instant reward. They need to see instant results. If they don't feel like they're seeing improvement or progress like in a visual way, they are going to get defeated, and they are going to feel like it's not worth it or it's not working. So you need to have something that is going to make you feel like you can track, what you're doing. So I feel like I've beaten that message to death. So let's move on. Another thing I want to put you on to in terms of working out, I want you to figure out where your Mars sign is in your birth chart. If you can figure that out, there's a lot of information that you can have that's based on your Mars sign in terms of working out. For example, my Mars is in Cancer, and how to get my ideal body is to do things in a Cancer way. It's in Virgo. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to send you a couple of links. But if you look on TikTok and you go working out according to my Mars sign or my Mars in Virgo, you can get a lot of information, because that's going to give you the ideal body. So for me, I'm a Mars in Cancer. I need to work out at home. Like I need to live in the comfort of my home and move slowly and move like no, not high impact. Even though I really love resistance and I really love strength, it sends my body into a stress, like high cortisol place, and I don't do so well working out in that way. So they say that if you work out according to your Mars sign, Also, if you have specific like looks that you want to try, or you want to look your ideal self, you want to dress like your Venus sign, and you want to do your makeup like your rising sign. So those are a couple things I can put you on to. Also, this is not related to tarot or astrology, but this is just from me to you. I have a couple of things I have been doing lately, and it has been working really well for me. Is I have an app, and I bought a scale that can tell me like my BMI, can tell me my weight, and it connects to my phone, and I can track it every single week. And it was like $20, I think. But it's a Renfo scale, and you download the app, and whenever you're weighing yourself on the scale, it tells you like your BMI, and it tells you your weight and all of that, which is interesting. I also use the app called App Diet, and there's a free version, or you can pay for the subscription. Yeah, you need to get it. I do the free version, but you can do the subscription if you want. And I've been using it for the last like 8 or 9, well, I would say like 10 days probably. And you can input all the information about yourself, how many, like if you want to be in a calorie deficit, it shows you how many carbs you've had for the day, how much protein, how much fat, especially if you need to monitor your fat intake. You can also upload your glasses of water that you had per day, the calories that you've burned, and you can add in your data every week when you do a weigh-in, so you can see the progress that you've made. And then if you don't have a Fitbit, or you don't have an Apple Watch, there's a steps tracker that you can get for like really cheap, for like $20 on Amazon, I think it is. I think we spent like $30 on ours, and it connects to an app on your phone, and it can track all your steps for the day, and it can tell you how many calories you burn. So that way you can input that into your app diet. And I don't know if you realize or if you know, but usually if you are in a calorie deficit, let's say you want to eat 1,500 calories a day, if you burn 200, you can technically eat 1,700, and you'll still be within your calorie deficit. So there's a lot of options available to you. There's a lot of like things that I have been looking into lately that's really helping me realize what's working for me and what's not working for me, and I just want to share that with you. But basically the reason I'm bringing these things up is because I have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and this is saying that you might miss out on opportunities, or you might be like making plans and being a little out of your depth. And by utilizing modern technology, you can easily be more in control and maintain a sustainable new lifestyle or new way of living, especially because you said you're trying to get fit. Utilize the apps available to you, utilize the devices available to you, because I don't want you to feel out of your depth or out of control. I don't want you to like miss out on something that you could have started from the beginning, and then like 3 months later you're like, why haven't I been doing this all along? So the message here is definitely like, do a little bit more of your research. Make sure too that you're getting really good sleep at night. There's different devices that can track your sleep if you don't have one, and that can be a part of like your step tracker. But making sure that you're getting like 8 hours of sleep, and majority of that deep sleep, is really important. So definitely my advice, have ways that you as a Virgo can tangibly see progress, like immediately, like instantly. Seeing all of the steps you took in one day and how many calories you burned, that will be enough to get you going and keep you going for a long time. And then once you start seeing progress, then that's going to make you feel even better. But you more than anyone, but I would say all earth signs, they need that. If I'm trying, it better be worth it, and I need to see results immediately. So tracking all of that stuff is my advice for you. But if you have any like follow-ups to this reading, let me know. But they're definitely saying just like get some research in, definitely utilize your devices, utilize things that are available to you. You might also do really well with like a workout buddy or partner. And if not, then at least writing things down and tracking it and being able to hold yourself accountable will keep you going. It will keep you maintained on this plan. And it's not hard. Like once you do it, and I've thrown a lot of information at you, but I feel like once you kind of get into a rhythm, it's going to be like breathing. It's going to feel like second nature to you. It's not going to feel stressful. If she makes these changes, will she be accomplishing her goals? She makes these changes, will she? So I am getting a yes. You will be accomplishing these goals, but it's only after you make these changes that I'm getting a yes for your question, okay? For your... Wait. What do you mean? Are you saying that this is another question that you have? Good advice. Yes, I have a partner that I will be linking up with for the climbing. Okay, perfect. So what I have you down for, SB, is that a BOGO and something else? Or I guess I should clarify what else we're doing for you first. Okay, you're donating. Okay, I got you, friend. Okay, perfect. All right. Got it. Let's ask real quick here. Hold on. Let me ask. Will she enjoy the rock climbing? Will she enjoy the rock climbing? I am getting a yes. I have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm glad that you said that you have a partner that you'll be linking up with the climbing, because that actually was going to be the next piece of advice that I have for you with the Two of Swords here, is that you don't want to do this by yourself. Tasks that are, or not tasks, hobbies, I guess you could say, or whatever, that are high risk, you definitely don't want to be doing on your own. And I'm sure you know that. I got you, SB, no worries. All right, let's see. They are saying this will be good for you too, because even though you have an interest in this, you might also simultaneously be worried or nervous about this, or maybe you're like excited, but you're also like, oh God, this is also like scary. And I feel like Spirit is saying this will be really good to kind of get you over that. If like you're having any kind of second doubt or fear about this, they're saying this will be really good for you in that as well. You're going to feel very proud of yourself. You are going to feel like you have accomplished something else that you set out to do. And I think that's really good for your mental health. You said it's intimidating, so you're trying to build confidence. Yeah, I think you'll get over that. I think you'll be very proud of yourself at your accomplishments here. I also feel like too, this is not going to be something that you want to do all the time. Like I feel like this is fun for every once in a while, and I think you're going to be happy that you did it. But I think after you do it, you might just be like, okay, like maybe that won't be like an everyday thing. That might be like a occasional thing that you end up doing, but you won't be so worried or so nervous about it. They are talking about like having a balance here, or maybe you're balancing out something. This is a half-baked message, but the tower here is saying like you're shattering false beliefs. So if you have limiting beliefs, if you feel like you can't do it, or you're worried, or maybe you think that you can do it, but you're also like, is this my thing? I don't know, if you feel like an imposter syndrome trying to do something like this that you've never done before, or maybe you feel like you're not going to get the reward out of it that you're looking for. Any of this stuff, and again, it doesn't have to be these things, it could be something else, but whatever restriction you feel about this, it's going to be shattering those limiting beliefs that you think of yourself or that you have for yourself. And I think also it's going to make you stronger, like maybe mentally stronger, but also literally physically stronger. I can foresee this being something that you do maybe once a month or a couple of times a month, but I think there's another type of hobby or workout or something that you're going to be incorporating more often. But I think that things are not as scary once you do them. And there's going to be a feeling of accomplishment or success afterward. We are going to do a last call on donations, and I am going to post the updated donation list here in just a second. Twice a month sounds good. Oh, your kid is good at it? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I find that it's not that you can't do it later in life, but I find that once you get like muscle memory for something like that at such a young age, once you start developing that, it's like so much so much easier, I feel. So it's good. He's getting in early. I'm going to do a verbal update on the list right now. I have my giveaway winner next. Then we have... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. We have Shayna J, then the giveaway winner. Then Sweeter Than a Rice Cake. And then... Who was the other person? Someone else donated to me. I don't know who this is. Is this familiar? Let me see. No, I don't think this person has gotten a reading with me before, whoever it was that donated. So if you're here, you can check in with me. Oh, hey, Shannon. Hey, friend. I looked at our history on Cash App, and I only see one interaction. So welcome in if you've never gotten a reading with me before, or maybe you did, but it was on a different account. You are going to be... We have a couple to read ahead of you, and then we'll be with you, okay? All right, what's coming? Wait, what is coming towards me in love for the next month of September? What's coming towards SB? You got some knights here, SB. I just want to know where your king is. I want to know where your emperor is. I don't think anything serious is coming in September, but that commitment is here. That commitment is just around the corner. And I'm like, how is she going to get committed if she's not meeting someone to get committed to? I have two knights here. So I have someone who's more like able to express themselves romantically. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, maybe October, possibly. I have one person I mean, and honestly, this might be qualities of the same person. When I see two court cards, it always makes me think it's two different people, but sometimes it could just be the energy of that person. But it's a knight. So either, no, I don't know. I want to see a king, honestly. I want to see a minimum of a king or an emperor. Knights aren't bad, in my opinion, because I think that you guys can grow and learn together. But I think that in the season of life, SB, that you are in, I'd want to see a king here for you. So I think that you are talking to people, like you're doing your thing. But I don't think anything huge is happening in September. I think you could potentially go on a date in September, and maybe something will develop with one of those people. But we have the Wheel of Fortune here, and it's just like everything is in its own divine timing. I know that you're trying to stay optimistic, and I am staying hopeful for you. The Justice card is here, which indicates that you might get your justice. So I'm almost wondering if P the Sag comes around to offer you more clarity in September. September also leads into Libra season. So there could be some type of like Libra situation that's happening, or something around Libra season that is happening. Let's see. September in love, with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I just don't think anything really crazy is happening with this energy. But the Ten of Swords does indicate an ending. So maybe like your hardship when it comes to your love life is coming to an end in September. I see you being more careful, more cautious, more hesitant who you open up to. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Doesn't mean you're not being social in September, because I see you feeling like it's your season, it's your time. Be social, have fun, put yourself out there. But I think with the things that are important to you, you might be keeping that to yourself. So I think something's going on with you where you are analyzing how you have interacted with people in the past that you have been dating or talking to or seeing, and you're going to try to like readjust how you go about that. Maybe you've already even started doing that. So like the things that you might have in the past like opened up to like pretty quickly about, you might be more hesitant to share that part of yourself until you make it 3 or 4 dates in or something like that. I feel like you're almost just reanalyzing how you're going about things with these people that you meet. Do you feel SB that you act differently with each person? Do you kind of just go along with the energy of that person, or do you feel like you have a pretty standard like set of things that you talk about with people if it goes there, or do you feel like it's different every time? Because I don't know why, I just feel like you're making some adjustments when you get to know people, like when you're dating and when you're talking to them for the first time before you guys like go out, or even when you go out. I feel like you try to keep certain topics out of the conversation moving forward that maybe you were more open about in the beginning previously. So like I feel like there's some type of like adjustments that are going on here. But yeah, September, nothing crazy. I think you could meet some people that could potentially lead you to commitment, but I don't want to say anything too soon about that. I don't feel 100% confident. I just know that there's this commitment that's hanging around you, and I'm hella confused about it. So I think that's good, SB, is mirroring the energy for sure. You know, try not to mirror it so much that you aren't like showing who you are. Like matching energy is good, but mirroring energy can get tricky. So like if you're giving the same amount of effort that that person is and kind of going with the vibe, that's totally fine. But I also think it's important that you showcase yourself and who you are. Coming across more authentically might be just the trick that you need to kind of get things off the ground, you know? Yeah, no, I don't mean like you have to be forward or you have to express yourself in terms of like what you're thinking or feeling or getting ahead of yourself, but just make sure that you're showcasing yourself, like you're showing off who you are. Like basically when you get to know somebody, you're essentially selling yourself. Like you're not selling yourself, but it's a pitch, it's a sales pitch, it's a this is who I am, take it or leave it, showing up more authentically in these connections and not so much worried about mirroring their energy, more so just being yourself and who you are. You can definitely do that while still withholding personal information and keeping those things close to you. Because like what you don't want to happen is someone, get bored or move on or get over it, whether that's you or them. Think about it. If someone that you were dating was like just a yes man, was mirroring your energy, was doing everything that you were doing and agreeing with everything that you were agreeing, you would get over that. You get bored with that because you'd be like, where's the challenge? I mean, you don't want to be arguing with this person, obviously, but you also want to feel like this person has like opinions for themselves, thinks for themselves, has leadership abilities, isn't always going to agree with you, because how do you as a person grow with someone who's not willing to challenge you occasionally? So you also want to make sure you're not going to be that person too. Yeah. So that's what I have, SB. I think you're still going to have a good month. What day is your birthday? Were you really? You were thinking about that today? There's something I want to change too. Okay. You know, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't have to share all of that with me, but I see you making moves. I see you making changes, and I guess that's what I wanted to highlight. You're very welcome. All right, this is for Shane and Jay. Shayna J left the question with me, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done and we'll timestamp. That's right. You have the same birthday as my sister. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I won't be able to wish you a happy birthday because I'll be at the beach, but I can wish you a happy early birthday. So happy early birthday. I'll probably be at Captain George's on your birthday. I don't know if you've heard about that, but it's an East Coast, like seafood, all you can eat place. Aw, that's sweet of you. All right, this is a reading for Shayna J. SB, we'll see you next time. Shayna J, Shayna J. So, Shayna J, we're looking at the next couple of months. I typically try not to go too far out. So I'm looking at, like, my general loves and generals in general. I like to do like 3 months max. But I'm tapping into the energy a little bit, and I'm getting that you're pretty much going to stay single from here until the end of the year. I did ask if there was anything in love coming for you before the end of the year, and I'm not getting a clear answer on that, but I'm getting a lot of single energy. And I also have the Queen of Swords, so I think that you're also being more like specific and more particular about what it is you're looking for. You're not wanting to settle, which is great. You do have boundaries. You are coming across like to to prospects more analytical, more realistic, more pragmatic, more logical, and you're coming across like more guarded, I think. And I think that's because you have certain expectations at this point of what it is that you're looking for. And I think that because of that, because you have like standards, it's weeding out all of the people that are not going to work for you, but it's going to maybe take a little bit longer for you to find what it is you are looking for. I see someone from your past coming back. I think that you keep yourself at a distance from this person. You're not really entertaining them. But I gotta let you know, though, that there's a past romantic partner that's coming in for you before the end of the year that's trying to reconcile or reconnect with you. Um, and the only like information that I have, you probably know who this is, but the only other energies that I can tap into regarding this person, we have the sun, so like Leo energy, we have Scorpio, we have Aquarius. So air and water. Give me 1 second here. This person might have been like a little bit eccentric, a little bit different, a little bit forward thinking. I think you're going to come across a little bit icy or a little bit cold to this person because I don't think that you trust this energy. This person was definitely unique, is what it feels like. A little bit more reserved. Um, they were a deep thinker, but they are very progressive. I think that they could have had like a dual personality where sometimes you really felt like things were on and things were going well, and then other times you felt like confused. So that's really all the information I have. Oh, also, this could be someone you've known for a long time because the six of cups is like childhood or like someone you knew or you met when you were a kid or you've been in a relationship with when you were younger. That could also be a message, so just take whatever resonates here. You guys could have like similar friend groups, or you could have met through family. But essentially, I feel like this person's trying to come back around, and I see you holding your sword, and you're kind of like, don't get too close because I'm not entertaining this like at all. Um, so yeah, I don't think there's any love prospects coming in before the end of the year. But of course, tarot readings are always like just checkpoints. They're always here to let you know where you're at, and your energy and the decisions that you make could change the outcome of what I'm picking up on right now. I think right now you're working on your personal boundaries. I think you are looking for a love that feels requited. Is that the word? One that feels mutual, one that feels like you desire them equally as much as they desire you. Let's see. Like equal, like reciprocated, returned, matched energy. Um, Basically they want you to protect yourself and like who you're giving your effort to. They're saying that the end of the year, through from now until the end of the year, really you're just supposed to be, it's supposed to be you. It's supposed to be about you. Your energy's supposed to be focused on you. Let's see. Now, this might be a little disappointing to hear because, you know, sometimes when it comes to love, or most of the time, we want to hear good things. We want to hear there's someone here for us. If I saw that, that is what I would tell you. But I don't think that you're going to get the opportunity of love before the end of the year. But that's only a couple more months. And like I said, the energy can change based off of your decisions that you make. So if you don't like what you hear and you want to try that, like you want to try to change the outcome, some things are beyond our control, but maybe you can start making changes in your daily life. What are you doing that's stopping you from finding your person? Is there any like changes that you can make? Is there more social events that you can go to? Put yourself out there a little bit more. And if that doesn't sound good to you, that's okay. Maybe this isn't your season to be exploring a love relationship. Maybe if that just sounds too exhausting for you, then right now you're just supposed to be focused on yourself. So, Shayna, that is what I have for you. Next up, we have Northern Light. She's the winner for the mini reading. So, Northern Light, if you want to go ahead, post your question for me now, and I'll pull a couple of cards for you. After our winner, we have Sweeter Than a Rice Cake, and we also have Shannon after that. We're doing a last call for donations as well, friends. So if there's anyone in here that would like to get a last minute donation in, I would do that now because we're about to close the list. You're welcome. When will you get a job? Will it be one that you love in a big company, favorable location? When will she get a job? Hmm. All right, so Northern Light, I have the Strength card in reverse, and I also have the Ten of Cups. Both of these indicate that should have already like come to pass. Um, so there must be some kind of like divine timing at play here. The more specific timeline that I can give to you is because the strength is in reverse, so it makes me think of opposition of Leo energy, which is Aquarius. And maybe that's going to sound like not good because that's still a long way off. So maybe you find something in the meantime, but in terms of a big company in a favorable location, that might not be until next year. So maybe you get a job that gets you by for now, and then like the one you're looking for comes later. Do you currently have a job? I am getting that you have wish fulfillment here in terms of it being in a big company. I am getting a yes. You'll start applying? Okay. I'm not getting that it's a favorable location, but I am getting that it's a big company. And I am getting that it's a job that you really like. So there might be some sacrifices that have to be made. Maybe it's not going to be like everything, but maybe it will check most of your boxes. But I have here that you're generally going to get what you want or what you're looking for. So when do you start applying for job? Like, is Aquarius season too far off? Like, if I were to say the beginning of next year, would that be like end of January to beginning of March? Like, would that be too far off for you? Or would that be right around a good time? Because that's essentially what I'm picking up. And maybe because I have that this is something that should have already come to pass, it's because you're currently working on it and Spirit wants you to know that it's something that will come to pass. You'll start applying this month. Okay, perfect. So yeah, Northern Light, that's what I have. I mean, I think that overall it's going to be favorable for you in terms of this job that you're looking for. Definitely do what you can to take these call to actions. I find that we conspire with the universe, we conspire with our spiritual team to make things happen for us, but we do have to do our part as well. So as long as you are applying and you're staying diligent with that, I don't see a world in which this doesn't work out for you. Yeah, like basically it's going to happen for you. It might not be every single like thing that you're wanting in terms of a job. Maybe it's great pay and it's a big company and amazing benefits and great people, but maybe the location isn't favorable. Like basically what they're saying is that it's going to check off most of your boxes. If not all, but most of your boxes minimum, okay? You're very welcome. You said it would definitely be better later. That's what's ideal, but it'll still be okay-ish. So the specific dates, Northern Light, that I was getting was January 20th to March 20th. So you have a little bit of time to play around with of next year, okay? Thank you so much. Do the cards say the location is unfavorable or does it just not say anything? Yeah, so I was getting a no for the favorable location. I got the 9 of Swords. So, there's something about the location that's not working out 100% for you. It may not be horrible, but it may not be the best. Yeah, you definitely have time to play with here. Okay? All right. Thank you for hanging out. Next up, we have Sweeter Than a Rice Cake. Sweeter Than a Rice Cake, if you're here, please check in. Hey, V, thank you for joining us and welcome in. All of my free list options and donations have closed for the night. If you wanted to donate $5 to get that question answered, I'd be happy to do that for you. However, you'll have to come back for the free if that's what you're looking for. Hey, Sweeter, I have you down for a mini reading. Whenever you're ready, let me know what your question is. You're welcome, Northern. Have a good night. You want to do a BOGO? It's up to you. Yeah, that's fine with me. If that's what you want to do, that works. All right, cool. I just got it. So we've got you down for a BOGO, Sweeter. Let me know what we're doing for you. You can post both questions now if that's what you want to do. If you're ready to do that, that's fine. Can I do a past, present, future on love? Yeah, totally. Okay. Past, present, future on love. Oh my goodness, girl. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so sweeter. Keeping in mind that tarot is a check-in. It's a checkpoint. You can change it. If you don't like what you hear, I don't want you to like worry too much about this. I got to be clear about that. But I will say that for past, present, and future, the energy is pretty consistent. Like, obviously, your past, I feel, is like the worst of it. But it's all swords, it's all mental, it's all sharp, it's all cold, it's all distant. And it's indicating that in the past, um, there's a lot of like feelings of disappointment and defeat and frustration. Sometimes this can talk about the fact that you were actually involved with someone who let you down, betrayed you, or you lost trust in the connection. Um, and so, if this is resonating, sweeter, like if your connection of the past, um, if that resonates for you, it almost feels like, because I have spirit soul path, it almost makes me feel like this person, well, number one, was meant to be in your life. Like, maybe it didn't work out, but it doesn't mean that it was pointless. It doesn't mean that it was a waste of time. And it almost felt like you thought that everything was going to be amazing, everything was going to be good. Maybe you felt like you found your partner, and then you felt like, I don't know, because the Ten of Swords, it talks about like backstabbing, betrayal, this person becoming your enemy when you thought that maybe, you know, you really loved this person, maybe they were your whole world. It talks about like feeling failed in this connection, feeling ruined, at a collapse or breakdown, exhausted, inability to cope, hitting rock bottom, a dead end, severing ties, goodbyes. So I feel with this is just like you might have felt like you said, yeah, it could be with your recent ex, going through a DV situation with him. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I settled in that relationship knowing I really wanted the guy you did a reading on me for the other day. That was my childhood friend. So, yeah, so okay, that makes sense. So maybe I was interpreting it as this was the same person. But clearly there was two different feelings that you had going on, which I thought was two different feelings for the same person, but maybe it was two different feelings for two different people. So yeah, the past is like still haunting you, sweeter. Um, in the present, you're like in this place of having to face your fears and having to confront things and having to be more on the offensive and more more aggressive, like using your backbone more, needing to be strong, needing to like get through this. And but it still shows that like your past has been filtered in to your present day, and that it's kind of seeping into your current life. And then your future is indicating nothing, like right now. It's indicating that you're at like an impasse or a stalemate, that like nothing is really going to happen, nothing's really going on. Um Maybe because you don't ultimately feel comfortable, maybe you don't feel emotionally available for something. Maybe it's this block that's within you that is making it hard for something to come in. But I feel a lacking of quality time with like a special partner in the future. I feel like unrequited love or friend zoning of people from you. Um, and I just don't see a lot of like potential opening up. Now, with that being said, it does not mean that's not going to happen for you. I don't want you to think your future is like sterile, you know? Like, I don't want you to think that your future has no vitality, you know? But I think that when I'm looking into the future and I'm utilizing the energy we're currently on, it's indicating that there's not a lot of love available to you at this moment because you have more important work to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, I'm currently friend zoning. I don't want a relationship with them. I don't feel connect like that for long term. Yeah. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. You have someone right now who wants that with you, but you can't give that to them because you don't believe you're meant to be together long term. I see. So you're cutting that person off. So when I saw quality time being unavailable, it's indicating that you are unwilling to make the time for this person because you feel like you're friend zoning them. I know I said my childhood friend would eventually come back, but I do feel a little hurt still over that, even though I know he's not my person. Hey Mandy, my donation list is closed for the night. Are you okay waiting until tomorrow to get your reading? You would be first on the list for tomorrow. So tomorrow. To be honest, I don't know. I'm on the East Coast, and typically you can expect to see me between like 7 p.m. and like 10 p.m., generally speaking. But I can also do your reading offline as well. So, like, if you want to send me your question, I can send you a voice clip to your email and I can do it before I go live. So like I can, even if I don't go live till later in the night, I can, do your reading before that too. Do you guys know each other? My current person told me she knows I'm meant to be with my childhood friend. Aww. She wanted to know if I'd ever leave her alone if he came back. What do you think the answer to that is? Yes. So Mandy, just shoot me an email. lunaaffinity@yahoo.com. I just put it in the chat. And as soon as since I work at night, so like it's 1:30 in the morning where I am, we work overnight in my household. And so like my day doesn't normally get started until like everyone's typically ending their day. So as soon as I get up and moving and get a moment, I'll sit down and I'll do your reading for you. And I'll send you a voice clip to your email. And then we'll just not worry about when I go live because yours will be done before then. Okay? Does that sound good? Yeah, you're welcome, Mandy. Yes, this was the friend I was telling you about a few nights ago. Yes, I would, but she also told me if he ever came back, she'd rather me be with the love of my life, and she would be happy for me, heartbroken, but still happy for me. Oh, that's like so sad to me. Mandy, thank you so much for understanding. I will get to you as soon as I can. You'll be my number one priority tomorrow, okay? After I get up. She's on the West Coast. So, sweeter, let me know what your second BOGO is. Like, what you would like me to look into for you to finish your BOGO out. So, yeah, she's a couple hours behind us then. What is that, 3 hours behind? Where I'm at, I'm on the East Coast. Oh, you posted it? Okay, I must have missed it. Hold on. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry, girl. Normally, I will I'll put a star on it and then come back to it, and I must have just gotten sidetracked. I have it. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Shannon, are you in here? If you want to check in with me. Will I be moving into my dream apartment of choice in the month of September? Oh no, don't apologize. That's my bad. Hey Shannon, I have you down for a in-depth reading Would you like to post your question now if you have a question? Or are we doing a love spread? And you're referring to this month, sweeter, right? September 2024. Yes, we can do a love spread for you, Shannon. I just need to know the person that you're asking about. You can give me an initial, a nickname, a first name, their sun sign, just something that I can connect them to you with. I'm getting a yes, sweeter than rice cake. Thanks, Shannon. I'm getting a yes. I have that you're closing a deal in September on your dream house. It's everything that you love, and dream apartment. It's everything that you want and everything that you love. I have the world, which talks about closure. So like a chapter is coming to an end for you, so another one can start. And that you're like, you know how like when they say closing on a house, it means that like you are signing the paperwork, you're getting the key, it's about to be yours kind of thing. That's what I'm getting with this world here, is that you're closing a deal on this apartment that you're looking for. And then the very next card I have here is the Ace of Cups, which talks about new beginnings. So you literally have ending a chapter on one card, and the very next card is starting a new one. It's like an ending and a beginning, that kind of thing. The Ace of Cups is talking about like happiness, joy, conception, like of your dream or of your wish is like tangible. It's actually happening. There's a celebration. You might even have like an apartment warming, like a party or some type of social gathering with friends. Very excited, very overjoyed. I also have here the Empress. So this is indicating that this is very fertile ground for you this month, for you to get this thing that you're wanting. There's a lot of expansion happening, because when we think of the Empress, we think of fertility. If you think about someone who's pregnant, they're growing, they're creating life. So you're kind of expanding in that way as well. I also feel like you will need to be very cautious with how you're spending your money in the coming days and weeks, because you might need to set some aside for yourself with this move that you are having. The Four of Pentacles talks about like saving, not doing too much spending, making sure that you're keeping your finances as fluffed as you possibly can. So just try not to do any impulse buys this month. And at the end of this, the outcome is you feeling at peace. So that is what I have, sweeter. Quick question. Do you believe that sometimes the divine hides stuff from us in messages because we have to go through the surprise in the moment? 100%. If someone's coming towards us, sometimes we aren't supposed to know. 100%. Like, I think almost if I didn't believe that, then I would be a hypocrite, because I do tarot. Like, we're not supposed to know everything. If we did, we would be born with it. Like the day we were birthed, the day we were born, we'd be given a handbook that basically told us every single thing that's going to happen to us in our life. I think that there are things that we can do, but I think that when we do readings, like we do spiritual readings and things like that, I think that spirit is only giving us any of the information that we need that's going to help us achieve our highest good. So when someone comes into me and they're asking the same thing over and over and over, and they're always getting conflicting answers, or they're not getting a straight out answer, it's because spirit's like, that's not for their highest good to know that. They're supposed to be confused. They're supposed to be in the dark. But these people are so insistent on trying to figure things out that they don't have faith, they don't have trust, they're very insecure, and they just ask the same things over and over and over again because they don't trust that they're getting the answer that they're looking for, when the answer that they're looking for isn't ever going to come to them until the right time. So I definitely believe in that. That's why there's so much mystery and wonder in the world, and we don't have the answers to everything. And that's why I always feel very sketched out to people who claim that they can know everything that's going to happen, like when you're going to die or something crazy like that. Like, I don't believe in that shit. And if I do believe in it, I think it's more like a darkness, because I don't think, or like a evil, because I don't think that your spiritual team, the one that's guiding you through this life, is ever going to give you detrimental information. They're only going to give you what's going to serve your highest good. And that might not be the whole truth, but there's a lot that's hidden from us. There's a lot that we don't know. And I think that that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely different reasons as to why it happens the way that it does. But I think sometimes things are supposed to catch us off guard. And I think that if things are confusing for us and we don't have an answer, it's because maybe we're supposed to figure it out ourselves. Maybe that's the lesson, is to trust in our own self and our own guidance, our own intuition. Maybe we're supposed to be confused because we're eventually supposed to move on from that thing that we're trying so hard to attain, because it's not for us. Yeah, you're very welcome. I love these kinds of questions. I could talk about this forever. All right, so this is for Shannon Martin. We're doing an in-depth love spread, and then I am signing off for the night, friends. Sweeter, it sounds like you know Mandy. She came in here tonight. If you happen to see her tomorrow, let her know that I have not received an email from her. She's more than welcome to wait until I go live again, but until I get an email, I'm not going to be able to do her reading. Obviously, that's not your responsibility to relay that information, but if you happen to see her, I still haven't received anything. I do them sometimes. Shannon, I'm shuffling for you right now. Sweeter, I do them sometimes. It's like very seldom, but there's been times where like I was cooking in the kitchen and I would like be live and we would just be kind of having a conversation, and they, but I find that people don't really know what to ask when they're put on the spot. And so like sometimes it's less productive than I would want it to be. So I feel almost like I would have to make a post, like a community post, and have you guys ask me those questions in advance. And then I would go down the list of those questions while I'm on. And then if you guys had questions to add in during the live stream, then you could. Because sometimes it's hard, like, for people to think on the spot. They don't ever know what to ask. And then, yeah. So if I ever do that, that's probably how I'll go about it next time. But I have done it before a couple of times. Okay, sweeter, that sounds good. Tell her no rush. I'm not in any hurry. I just wanted to make sure that if she sent an email, that she knew that I didn't get it yet. Yeah, absolutely. You can always ask me. Oh, thank you, sweetie. That's so nice of you to say.
Alright, bud. You lay down, bud. Nothing to do this whole laying around thing. Next time, okay?
Makes it easier when you aren't blocked or projecting. Yeah, for sure.
Really come, okay?
All right, Shannon, I'm looking at your cards now. Just trying to kind of hone in on this message. Okay. Your path forward with this person is not 100% set in stone either way. In terms of is there success here, I have maybe. I have the Two of Wands. This card talks about how you guys might be at a precipice in your connection. Like you guys might be at a point of like trying to figure out which way to go. Mandy and I were recommended to you by another reader. She said you were awesome. We love her. Oh, that's so nice. Who do you know who it was that referred me? Aw, that's so cute. So Shannon, it seems like with this card, either you or Jose or maybe both of you guys are at a place where you're wondering if you should stay or if you should go. It feels like you're trying to understand or gain a sense of direction as far as like where is this going and what can be done to help progress this connection further. And it's not a clear concrete yes or no this is successful. It's just saying that you guys are at like a fork in the road. You're at a point where you have to like dig your heels in and actually like make a choice or make a decision. And if that sounds like it resonates, but maybe you're just waiting on Jose, then this is more so his energy. But I think that whenever I do an in-depth love spread, it can mean both. It can mean mutual energy. What is hidden? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's funny that we were just talking about divine timing, the divine hiding things from us, things like that, because that's literally what this card means, is that things are happening within your connection through like a greater purpose. So you're waiting on him. So divine timing can indicate that maybe this is just not when it's supposed to happen. And the Wheel of Fortune also talks about karma. It talks about lessons in life that we need to learn first before we can move forward. It can talk about cycles or patterns that we find ourselves stuck in. And it has everything to do with timing itself. So this makes sense that you would be waiting around for this person to finally make a decision. It almost seems like he's at this, I don't know how I would say it. He's kind of feeling a little indecisive. Let's see. Energy around the relationship. We have the Sun. I think that you guys get on really well in terms of like having fun together, or like you guys know that it's a good time when you guys do connect. You guys might have a lot of fun together. It might feel free. It might feel like an escape. You guys might have some things in common. The sun talks about like a playful, flirty kind of energy. So at some point, this must be, even if it's now too, how it's felt between the two of you. What brings you together? What pulls you apart? So, let's see. A strength in your connection is that this person looks at you as high value. This is what makes your connection work well, is because this person sees that you are different. Jose sees that you are not like the others, that you are creative and like feminine and sensual and like nurturing and caring. And that you are like wife material, that you are of high value, you are superior. That's how this person views you, and that is why the connection might feel so strong. Maybe this person makes you feel special. The weakness here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about feeling like the seeds are planted, but when am I gonna reap the harvest? You know, like when is it gonna be my turn? When is this thing going to blossom? When is it going to happen? Like I feel like I've been doing the work, I've been pruning and I've been planting and I've been watering. Where is my reward? Lots and lots and lots of waiting. Hey Luna, just came back to check on my reading, so thank you in advance. You're very welcome. You were right about my yes/no. I'm at the hospital now for my cousin's birth, but came late. Aw, I'm so happy to hear that. Congratulations to you and your cousin and your family. Shannon says that is right. You're welcome, Shayna. So, all right, let's look into how they feel, their true intentions, what you want, and what they want. So, I gotta say, oh, you said the Tarot Raven, sweeter. Okay, perfect. Let me just double check. Real quick. I got it. Tell her I'll take care of this as soon as I can tomorrow. Thank you, sweeter. So Shannon, I've got to say that Jose is a little he likes the toxic. Like that's like the crazy part is that he sees your value, but he wants, what is it? Leah on Love Island said, she said that if they're too nice, it doesn't work. She wants the feeling that she's going to be sent to the psych ward. Like she wants someone who's going to make her feel like insane. And I kind of feel like Jose has a touch of that. I feel like Jose likes the chaos, likes the passion, likes the like just unpredictable, spontaneous. And I'm not saying that's fully what he's looking for or what he's about, but he has a little bit of like, I want someone who's a little bit alarming. I want someone who's going to keep me on my toes, who's going to kind of like ruin my life. I feel like that's what he's looking for. And I don't know. I don't know if that's you or not. It doesn't seem like it is, especially because he's viewing you as the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm not saying that's a part of his personality 100%, but I do feel like there's a little portion in there, at least a little bit, that is looking for also someone who's going to be spontaneous and crazy and drive him mad. But it's like he's looking for like that high. You know what I mean? And I wonder if like maybe that could be part of the problem here. Because maybe like you said, that's not who you are. Oh, he surrounds himself with toxic people. Okay, so do you get what I mean? Is that it's like it's a little bit of a red flag that he likes red flags. Like he seriously is keeping himself in toxic company. And so like that's like what he's looking for, you know? So let's take a look at how he feels about you. Okay. So you're really quickly what you want. You're looking for movement. It's pretty straightforward. There's not really much to say about that. You're looking for blocks to be cleared. You're looking for movement. You're looking for a way to like get things going and progressing things with this person. Jose feels like you would be so good for him. The problem is that he feels like he would have to do a lot of growing, a lot of maturing, a lot of like healthy changes, and I don't think that he's ready for that. This is indicating that he feels like you would help him go through a spiritual transformation where there's evolvement and enlightenment and personal development and clearing away of the things that aren't working because you're a very healthy person. And he's sitting here going, like, that's how I feel. That's what I think that she would do for my life. But I don't know if that's what he's ready for. I think he's trying to find a balance. I think he's trying to figure out like what's more important to him. And I really think that that could be your block, honestly, Shannon, is that while he tries, and I think is it partly like the people that he grew up with by chance that is toxic around him, like people that he views as family? Because I'm almost getting like he feels sometimes that he has to choose between doing better, which is what his soul is calling for him to do, but he feels this loyalty, to people, and he doesn't, you said it is his family, okay. He feels this loyalty to them, and because they're not growing and they're not changing, he feels like if he gets with you he might like leave them behind, and I don't know if that's something he wants to do. There might even be issues with you wanting better for him and you encouraging him to be better, and maybe potentially he's letting the outside, like external people, like influence your connection, which might cause tension or issues between you and his family and the people that he surrounds himself with. So I think for now he really has to just figure out what he's looking for. Is he willing to say, "Hey fam, grow with me," or you're going to get left behind? Or does he want to stay down low with them? That's pretty much the question, and that might be why the Two of Wands is here, because it's indicating that he has a choice to make. Hopefully this is resonating, but Shannon, that is what I've got for you. This is tough. This is clearly, the ball is in his court right now, but this is an interesting energy, Shannon, because I don't really pick up on this kind of thing very often. I feel like usually when people, I think there's one other person that I read for that I will say is kind of dealing with the same thing that you are, but it's very rare. I typically, when I'm dealing with people who are like struggling to choose or struggling to make a decision, it usually has to do with them, like themselves as an individual. But it seems like this person you're asking about allows too much of an outside influence impact the decisions that he makes. And I think part of him too is not sure if he's ready to like make that decision for himself, like make that healthy, wise choice. I think that he feels very loyal to these people in his life, and I think that he's worried that if he were to pursue someone like you, that he might have to really face the facts. And I don't know if that's because I don't think he's ready for that. I think that he knows that if he tries to have his cake and eat it too, then there's going to be issues between you and the people that he surrounds himself with. And that's going to be a problem. You said it's a crazy situation. I'm glad that I was at least able to tap into the energy appropriately. But you're very welcome, Shannon. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the evening, guys. I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your night / morning for some people. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye. You've just been sitting back waiting to see what he does. Yeah, definitely. This is something that he's going to have to come to terms with because you're clear. You're ready to go. And I think this is something that he's going to have to figure out for himself. But, just wait as long as you feel comfortable. If you get to the point where you're tired of waiting, then that's on him. Good night, sweeter. Thank you so much for letting me know. Oh, really quickly. Sorry, I'm like about to say goodbye to everyone. Sweeter, I didn't know you were still in here. I'm trying to see, is this the Tarot Raven? I'm going to send you the link because I'm trying to figure out if this is who referred you to me. Is that her? Aw, thanks, guys. Good night, Shannon. Well, thank you for hanging out. It definitely helps the views for sure because watch time is important for my account. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. It's usually pretty chill over here. I think people sometimes I've had people say they listen to me to like put them to sleep, or they listen to me like a podcast, which I think is kind of funny. Oh, thank you for, okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, send me the link. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. It might be this one. Is it this one, sweeter? Because I just looked at this person's Cash App and I see that this person has gotten readings from me. So much for going to bed early tonight. This is how it always goes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, she's so sweet. She actually tipped me a couple, I think once or twice too, on top of her donations as well. She's always been like super, super nice when she comes in here. I don't know if she's come in here under that name though. I think it was a different name that she came in under, and that's why I didn't recognize it because I was a little confused. But yeah, she's super, super sweet. I'll have to thank her next time I see her for referring me. That's okay. No worries. All right, girl. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.